Let's do this.
Okay.
What's up guys, another beautiful powder day on Whistler. The winter is finally here! And today's gonna be my first day trying out a Korua Shapes snowboard. This is the Tranny Finder. It comes in two sizes, the 54 and 57. And it's got their signature white top sheet and red base. The profile on this is camber between the insert points, and then you have a nice rockered out shovel nose, and then a stunted kind of poppy tail to it, so you get a nice kick off of this tail. Centered base, poplar core, yeah, nice and responsive, got a lot of energy out of it. Really fun in these trees. It's kind of taking that like surfboard inspired feel and trying to bring it to all places on the mountain. Andreas, looks like a sick board. What is that?
Oh man, this is the Korua Shapes Dart in a 156. It's their stunted cutout swallowtail shape. You buy it nice and short and it's really quick and nimble, so really good float in the front shovel.
Powder bomb.
And then the tree pukes snow on you. You know, we're getting full-blown powder week here in Whistler. There's been snow day after day after day, and the best thing about today is there's no lift lines, man.
We did have that cool bit earlier where we were going down and a big powder bomb dropped right in front of you and it was just white out.
It was just white out. It exploded.
Going
I felt
through
like
the
I was
trees.
in a winter blizzard.
And how did this handle that where you can't even see really what's underneath you? Do you get a, how's the response? How's the feel of the board?
It's so quick and nimble, man. I just sort of like set myself back on it. The whole tail sinks into the snow. The front end powers up, and then you can really just slow yourself into whatever turn you want. So yeah, really easy to get this thing arcing around through tight areas.
All right, so we're taking a little break in the trees. It's about halfway through the day. I've done about 4 or 5 laps on the Tranny Finder, and I really like this board. and it just springs like edge to edge so easily. Once you get into that rhythm, you barely have to put in any effort. You just give it a little kick on the way out, and then it's already trying to initiate the turn for you coming in the other side. You see, today we got some really deep parts of powder and some not so deep parts, and this thing just destroys in all of it. Really good cruising through the trees on these different lines where sometimes we have to follow the lines through, and it's got really good control through there. And then other times just trying to bust new lines, trying to find new zones with the powder. It's got such great float on that nose, a big rocket out shovel, that you don't really have to put in much effort to keep it afloat. It's way more centered than riding the T-Rice. I don't have to put so much weight on my back foot. It's all just nice and balanced, nice and central. Everything feels way more zen. And I had a chance to hit a few drops, a few little side hits and jumps, and it feels really stable on the takeoff. It feels great on the landing. Overall, like, I'm really, really impressed with this board. Andreas, dude, we've all seen you shredding on the Dart so far. What's it like to be strapped into that thing?
This thing accelerates super quick. Because it's got zero tail, it's really easy to lay back on it and get that front shovel to pop out of the snow, and you can make last-minute harebrained decisions through the trees.
Which is perfect in these conditions. There's a lot of last-minute decisions looking at your line, and that thing must be perfect for it.
Yeah, man, it's so nimble, and it stays above the snow super easy. So like you were saying, it pierces through those areas that are untouched and just really allows us to access wherever we want to go.
How does that rate compare to the other Korua Shapes boards?
I think in the powder, this is the most fun I've had on a Korua Shapes. So this is definitely their more powder-oriented board. It's got that swallowtail, you know, definitely wants to sink in the deeper snow, but it makes it really agile, super quick and turny. I just can't say enough about how much fun this board is. It's an amazing board for a day like today.
So we just cruise over on the peak to peak to Blackcomb, and then we just ride down to the cars. It's a big nose. It takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yep. Snowboarding, am I right?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, see you in a hot minute.
All right, man, see you soon. Thanks for an awesome day of riding.
Yeah, dog. These are the boards they have to demo. Let's take it in. So, Andreas, final thoughts on the Dart?
Dude, this thing was so much fun. Super agile, really quick turning, floated like a dream. This notched out swallowtail in the back here really lets the tail of the board sink in the deeper snow so that that front shovel always planes out of the snow, and you can really sink this thing in and push it in so that you can make those last minute changes in your turns.
And Andreas, I know you always try to see the best things in boards, but would you say this is one of your new favorite snowboards?
Yeah, this is definitely one of my new favorite boards for the trees. It's so nimble, it's so quick, it's got so much agility, so yeah, can't not be feeling this snowboard, guys.
Do you have anything constructive to say about it? Constructive criticism?
No, I mean, it does exactly what it's designed for, you know? It's really good for carving, it's really good for powder. Obviously, a board like this isn't amazing in switch, but hey, I can make it work. And there's still enough tail on it that you can still get some, you know, rebound out of that tail. You can still press off of it, so yeah, pretty impressed by this thing.
Andreas approved.
It's the seal of Andreas approval, yes.
And yeah, my first day on the Tranny Finder, I was really impressed with the board and I guess Korua Shapes overall, this being my introduction to them. Super playful board, floats like a dream. It was just awesome today in those conditions we were doing, so definitely would recommend in powdery, fluffy, snowy trees. Yeah. But you've ridden both, and you said you preferred the dart in that terrain.
Well, the Tranny Finder is definitely the more versatile board. You could ride this more all mountain. It would go everywhere easier, versus this guy here is a wicked board for specifically a powder day, and especially in the trees where you want
with
those quick,
tail.
tight turns. Yeah.
But this tail is pretty short too.
Yeah, it is a stunted tail as well.
It's got a nice little quick turn-in radius on it.
You get a little bit more tail to land on in the Tranny Finder. Versus with this one, you give up some of the tail, but it makes it a little bit more agile. It makes it even more powder specific.
And riding this switch, it did feel pretty good. Notice when I had a bit too much pressure on my front foot riding switch, then it would kind of give out a little bit. So I think that's just something that I have to get used to as well. But obviously the nose being about twice as long as the tail, you are going to be giving up a little bit of switch. But the fact that it could do solo switch, I could land in powder switch. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
great
you got
overall
some nice
board.
spins on it.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, well, if you guys are interested in these boards or other Korua Shaped boards or a whole selection, I'm probably going to put up a little shot right now of all the boards they got here. Yeah, just come on down, $50 to try them out, and then it gets taken off the price. First year you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to make the most.
Yeah, guys, come on down to Korua Sports here on Main Street. Try out a demo. Try out a demo. They only cost $50. And yeah, if you decide to buy the board afterwards, that price gets deducted from the overall cost. So it's a great way to test out a board, see if you like it, figure out which one's the best for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Andreas. Thank you, Mr. Komor, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
There's no Mr. Komor! What do you got there, Chris?
Homemade banana bread.
Mmm.
It is awesome. We're in the woods like this, you get a little bit of a rumbling in the tummy. Don't go to the on-mountain restaurants. Just bring some banana bread, you dum-dum.